there's Megan. Yay, Megan. I love like seeing all the familiar faces from our groups and the names pop up. I'm like, oh. All right, all right. Okay, so because we want to respect everybody's time, Leah, Lindsay, Tanya, are you set to go? Do you want to get started? All right, so we have a really awesome informational call for you planned tonight. These are super informal. They're a lot of fun, so please feel free to use that chat function over on the right-hand side to ask any questions you may have. But first things first, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to join us on our What is a Coach informational call. My name is Krista Hunt. For those of you who don't know me, I am going to lead the call tonight with Leah, Tanya, and Lindsay. I think what's really cool about us is, you know, you'll hear a lot of similarities. We are here because we're here to be our best self and then pay it forward to others, but our stories are also quite different. And I think you'll probably relate to all of us in different ways. And so it's cool for you to kind of hear a variety of stories from us. So you're going to hear our stories. You're going to hear details about what is a coach, what do we do as a coach, how do we earn an income as a coach. And I hope you'll take away, or you'll leave tonight, you know, taking away that we are a crew of people full of passion for helping other people, helping ourselves. And it's really awesome that we get to build an income doing what we love. I have been a coach for, it'll be in August, it'll be 4 years. So I guess it's just over 3.5 years. I started as a challenger first, but within a month I knew I had to dive into coaching because I instantly felt amazing. You know, I started because I wanted to fit my pre-pregnancy jeans, but if I'm completely honest, like my lack of security or my insecurities and my lack of confidence started way back a long time before that. It was just kind of what kids finally propelled me into wanting to make a change. And I knew instantly that I wanted to share this with others. It just came so naturally and it felt so good to do so. And so I started to coach, and I am almost 4 years into it, and I've done it in the cracks of my day as a mom to Eli, who's now 4, Emma, who's 2. I'm a wife, and I'm a full-time school counselor. And so I built this business not because I had a whole lot of extra time on my hands, right? But because I loved it. And because of coaching, I will now be able to resign from my job at the end of the school year, which I'm really excited about, and coach full-time next year. So there are definitely some amazing income opportunities by being your best self and then helping other people do the same. And coaching is what you want of it. You're going to hear that we have women on our team who simply want to pay for their product. We have women on our team who are paying off debt or paying for their children's private school education. And then we have some that it allows them to, you know, have more flexibility in their schedule, whether or not that means go part-time or be home full-time. It's totally what you want to make of it. So I'm excited for you to hear our hearts tonight and hear our passion. And I'm going to throw it over to Leah to start. And she's going to share your story, and then I'll come back to you.
Thanks, Krista. So you guys, really quick, I'm going off of, look at my notes. They're done in crayon. I did them this morning with my kids on my back. Like, that's how like little amount of time that I have, but I make it work. So really quick, I want to tell you guys my story for those of you who don't know me. My name is Leah Jamadi, and I have probably, out of like all of our coaches, I want to say I probably am like one of the newest. I think I have been doing this since February. So like 2 months, a little over 2 months. And I'm currently coming to you on my brand new laptop that I bought thanks to Beachbody money. That was on my #1 goal, so I could do these calls from my laptop and not on my cell phone. But so I followed 2 Beachbody coaches for a very long time, for like 3 years, and one of which I actually worked with, and I was really good friends with. I really liked her, but I never had like the want or need, I guess, to join her. And then little Miss Krista friended me out of nowhere, and I just connected with her. I like really related to her. I really related to her story. And then T20 launched, and I was like, this mama is on board with T20. And I only had 20 minutes a day to work out. So I jumped on board and I went all in from day one. Um, Disclaimer, I didn't stay that way. So Krista told me it's 25% off discount on your products, no inventory, no sales requirements whatsoever. And I was like, sure, why not? Like, what do I have to lose? Why wouldn't I be a coach? And I was a coach for 3 days, I think. And I canceled everything. I texted Krista and I said, or messaged her, and I said, I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can do this. It was really overwhelming to me. It was scary and overwhelming. And Krista, I always say that I am like a testament to her patience and her perseverance and her beautiful heart, because like, instead of saying anything negative, she said, okay, that's totally fine. That's absolutely fine. Go right ahead, cancel everything. And I said, okay, like that was easy, right? But I still let myself get in my head. My biggest hesitations were the fact that I didn't really have a social media following. So I deactivated my Facebook account completely. I was not on Facebook probably for a full year. After I had my daughter, I was playing the comparison game a lot, and it fed into my like crippling anxiety that I had. I felt like I was a terrible mom and I couldn't watch other women mom better than me. So I deleted Facebook altogether, got off Facebook. And after that, I only posted on Instagram like once a month, if that. So that was one of my really big fears. And then my other fear was I wasn't like the product. I hadn't used Shakeology before. I had never done any of our workouts before. I have never tried Energize before. I'm like, how could I sit there and tell people to do this if I've never done it myself? I feel like a fraud. How am I supposed to tell someone that this works if I don't have an after photo? I have my photo now, but I have nothing else to give. And I was really worried about being salesy. So I took a step back from coaching. I said, I can't do this right now. And I think I went 2 full weeks of doing all the things. I drank my water. I drank my Shakeology. I did my workout. I posted in my challenge group. I encouraged every other challenger in that group, which isn't a requirement, but I still did it because it made me feel good about myself, encouraging other people. I did my personal development. I did everything I was supposed to do. And after 2 weeks, I put on a pair of jeans that I used to have that mom role in, that you have to wear the baggy shirt over to hide the little stuff that comes out of those jeans up out of the top. And they fit without that. And that was like mind blowing to me. I didn't lose a ton of weight. I didn't have a six pack. I didn't like nothing else. I just fit in those jeans. And I shared that picture on social media. I said, you know what? And I told Krista, actually, I was really afraid. And I said, I think this is going to be like a make or break for me. I posted that picture, and I cannot tell you the amount of DMs and the amount of likes and shares and all kinds of crazy stuff that happened after a picture of me wearing a pair of like mom jeans. Like it just like blew my mind. The amount of love that I got from it. I'm like, how is this like happening? And after that post, I decided I was going all in again. So I was like, Krista, figure it out. I'm back in. Like, figure it out. And I just feel like sharing my story unapologetically has gotten me where I am today. I am not salesy. I was so afraid of being that girl who is bothering people, that girl who's reaching out to people. I don't really do that. I share my story. If people ask me about it, I tell them about it. People who I know are in the same boat as me, who I know have the anxiety that I had, who are struggling with 2 under 2, those types of people, my girl Melissa, those types of people, I guess I somewhat reach out to, but I reach out more as I'm here for you. I don't reach out as, hey, buy my product. I might tell them like this worked for me, but I'm not salesy at all. And I think that was a huge fear. And to be honest, the whole not being the product, if anything, it gave me that much more drive. Like after I shared that picture, everyone was watching what I was doing. I felt like my alarm clock would go off at 4 a.m. and it was like, Leah, get out of bed. People want to see you working out. People want to see your after photo. People want to see what you're doing today. People want to like make sure you are following your journey, and they want to follow you with it. And like I said, like maybe I've been really lucky, but I haven't experienced, and like I said, I am very, very new at this. I haven't experienced any negativity from anyone. Do I hear no's occasionally? Yeah. Do I hear crickets? All the time. Like people don't respond to me, and that's fine too. But I've had so much love and support. Like people I haven't talked to, like obviously I got back on Facebook, but people I haven't talked to since high school 10, 12 years ago will be like, you are so happy. I love how happy you are. And it's like stuff like that that makes me feel like that's why I do this. Like for people to know how happy I am. I'm chatting with a girl right now. That's why I keep looking down here. Chatting with a girl right now who's like feels like her marriage is in jeopardy because of the anxiety she feels with her babies. And she was like, "Thank you so much for your post today. Thank you." And she might never. I think her and Krista are friends back from like Allegheny or Olean or wherever. But we went to hygiene school together, and she's like, thank you so much for posting that. She might never decide to be a part of this community. Do I think she could benefit from it? Absolutely. She might not do it, but it's those types of relationships that I formed from being a coach that make all of this worth it. It's not a sale. It's not anything in my bank account that I do this for. I do it for those types of people. So I really think that I have like crushed any hesitation that I've had. And it's honestly, and I always say this because it really is so corny for me to like say this. And I probably rolled my eyes at Krista for the 3 years that I followed her, but like, it really is like a life-changing community to be a part of. So that's my story.
That is awesome. I literally could have listened to you like all night long. I wanted to take like a million notes. But I mean, honestly, I feel like that was like a mic drop. And what a coach is, I mean, we're not fitness professionals. We're not nutritionists. If you are, that's great, but that's not a requirement. We're simply what Leah described. You know, we are on our own journey to health and fit. We are not the end goal, because if I can be completely honest, the end goal is really cool and inspiring. But what's really, really inspiring is what happens in between that before and that end. And so we as coaches share that. We share that journey. We open ourselves up, and, you know, we do so appropriately. You know, I struggled with postpartum depression, and I always say, like, I didn't come out right off the bat 4 years ago coaching, you know, screaming about my postpartum depression. But when I became comfortable, I began to open myself up to sharing that with people, maybe not necessarily right on social media right away, but through messaging and conversations, because I really, truly got to a point where I knew my story could help others. And that's what we do as coaches. We use our story and we use the tools that we have through Beachbody, as far as fitness and nutrition, to help people. We are friends first. We are a relationship business. We are not here to be salesmen. We literally will share our heart and say, this is what worked for me, and I want to help you do the same. And if now's not the right time for you, that's okay. My door is here for you when it is. Leah, I reached out to her a million times and it had nothing to do with the commission that I was going to earn. But I was like, that girl looks like somebody I want to sit next to on my next leadership retreat. We have so much in common. And eventually she told me, you know what? I got a gym membership. I'm going to hold off for a little while. And I was like, that's okay. But when she was ready, she came. And I was so happy that I have gotten to know her because Leah and I did not know each other before this. And so that's really cool. And a coach, there's no cookie cutter coach. There's no model. I say that who you are, you don't sign up to be a Beachbody coach and the next day all of a sudden like you change everything about yourself. You share who you are because that's who you want surrounding you. So now I'm going to hand it off to Tanya, who's going to share her story. Ready, girl?
Okay, here we go. I had to figure out how to unmute myself. Isn't that awful? So my name is Tanya. A lot of you know me. I've been a coach since the beginning of 2018, so a little over a year now. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 2 little kiddos, Graham, who will be 4, and Olivia, who's 18 months. And I'm also a full-time teacher. So one of my biggest hesitations is time because I have very little of it. And I will share that with you in a little bit and kind of how I have worked around it and made it fit. But I needed something in my life when Krista asked me to become a coach. So I had just had Olivia. She was maybe 2 months when I said yes to this. I was going to be home for 9 months with her, which was like the best thing ever. But if you're anything like me, like when you're not working and you don't have like that daily schedule, you kind of go like a little crazy and then you think and you're like, oh, maybe I need a career change. Maybe I need to like go back to school for something. I needed something like outside of my life of just being a mom, a wife, a teacher. And I was already like working out, right? Not at 2, well, I guess at 2 months postpartum, but I had worked out a while before then, actually. I was actually with a different coach and a different group that I signed up with originally back when I had Graham. And then the group kind of like fizzled out and there wasn't any support. And I was doing these programs like every morning. I was waking up at 5 o'clock, but I was doing them by myself. And I didn't have a group and I didn't have a community supporting me. And so I had joined Krista probably, well, just when I found out I was pregnant with Olivia, actually. And I knew Krista had worked out while she was pregnant with her children. And I was like, okay, she's reaching out to me. It's the perfect timing. She's the one who's going to help me, continue on my journey because I wanted to do that. When I became a coach, I was also committing at the same time to doing 80-day obsession. And I was like, gosh, this is like a tough program, but I want to do it. And I want to do it. Like I wanted to go all in with it. And I knew that becoming a coach would hold me accountable. It would make sure that I was showing up every day for my workouts, and it would make sure that I like stopped eating the sweets. Like I needed help. I needed some type of accountability, and I knew coaching would give that to me. And so I decided to do it. I just said, I knew I was going to be home. I said, okay, like, I'll just try it. Like, why not? What do I have to, like, Leah, like, what do you have to lose? Like, you never know what could happen, right? I wasn't where I wanted to be as a coach. I didn't look like a coach. I love the products though. And I had used Shakeology before having Olivia. I knew I was going to go back to it. I had used like the containers. I had used 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme and all the workouts. So I was like in love with working out. I was in love with Beachbody. And I was like, gosh, why am I not trying to help other people join this amazing community? It's something that I love. And why am I not like making money from that, right? It seems silly not to do that. And so I just wanted to share it with everyone. I wanted everyone to feel as good as I felt at that moment. I wanted everyone to join our community and to just be surrounded by like all of the love that we show everyone every single day. And I hear a lot of people who are like, oh, I can never do what you do, or, they tell me no. And I always want people to know that it's just because I invite you to come join us because I want you to have this love and support around you, because I know how life-changing it was for me. Being home by myself, I live like 5.5 hours away from like my best friends, my family. Like I was home with a baby over the winter. I like was crazy and didn't take her out. And like I needed a community, and coaching gave me that. And it gave me a different set of people who who understood what I do when I wake up at 4 a.m. to work out, and they don't make me feel different about it. If that makes sense. I was also looking for like some personal development, and I knew that coaching could also do that. And you work on yourself. And that is so important. I knew that I needed to do that to be a better mom. And I knew I needed to do that to be in a better place with like my actual job of teaching. But I didn't know where to start, and coaching helped me start that. So coaching really filled a lot of voids for me, actually. Like it gave me a community. It gave me a group of like-minded people who, yeah, I'm putting my food in containers, and that's okay, guys. Like, it's okay. It's not weird. Yet, like when you go and you do it, at your job, people are like, what the heck are you doing? So I feel normal. And all of my friends, like I love my friends to death. I was always an athlete, and I kind of got away from that. And now I feel like I'm that person again. And it's given that back to me, and I really love that. So 2 hesitations that I had. One was no time. I don't have any. I leave at 6:45 in the morning. I don't get home till 5 o'clock at night. I'm a full-time teacher, so I am not like, I can't do things at school. I barely have time to pee, let alone like answer my phone. So, and I don't use Facebook there, like really. So I do a little bit like right before my workout, and then I do a little bit right before the kids go to bed. But I will tell you, I am not on my phone like answering emails or messages from people when my kids are awake. So if that's like something that you're worried about, like fitting it in, like I fit it in. I do what I can, and I make it what it can be. But I'm not attached to my phone, and I am not like spending hours and hours on it all day. So time was the biggest hesitation for me. The second hesitation was it seemed like everyone I knew was already a Beachbody coach. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, who's going to join me? And what Krista has taught us, and what other coaches have taught us, and listening to other people, is that people don't join you because you're a Beachbody coach. People join you because of who you are, because of your story, because of what, you're a mom and you're juggling everything, yet you're like, losing your shit on your kids, but that's okay. And like, they relate to that, and they want to join you, or they want that feeling of community, or they want that feeling of love that we have to give them. And so, it took me a while to get over the fact that like, yeah, there's like how many Beachbody coaches out there, but you don't fit with every single one. And I didn't fit with my original coach, but I fit with this community now. And that's okay. So, that's just a little bit about me. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't lose my shit on my kids all the time, but working out helps. Okay. It really helps.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. And I can echo the time thing. I mean, I definitely, when I started this business, like I said, I'm almost 4 years into it. I spent about an hour a day doing my business. And that wasn't all one long hour. And some days it was 20 minutes because that's all I had, and that was okay. And yes, the other days it was an hour, but it was more like fitting it into the cracks here and there. And I guess the hardest part for me sometimes is I love it so much that I have to like walk away from my phone, because I get so excited to chat with like my friends, because they're not customers, they're my friends and they're my teammates. And it's just so awesome that I have to pull myself away from it, because it is just so fulfilling. And I do spend more time now, 4 years into it. And it's really, again, this kind of goes into what we do as coaches. The time you're going to spend is going to be a reflection of what your goals are. And the coach that you sign up with and your Rise Up Empire team will help you figure that out. And we've developed some systems, and we're constantly trying to improve so that we can help you move your business forward in the best way that you can without spending all of your time. As a coach, we are always on our own journey. We are sharing it, how we feel comfortable and when we feel comfortable, and then we are inviting others to join us. And I think Leah and Tanya both said it, that, we're not doing it in a way that we're saying, here, come purchase this. There is a transaction that happens, and I don't think you should ever have to apologize for that. But we then walk you through the process after that, and we help you meal plan, and we help you find recipes. And when you're in a rut, we'll help you with suggestions for personal development, because we run these really awesome private accountability groups that maybe and hopefully you're already a part of. And if you're not, you should be. And that is what we do as coaches. And so, yes, we help you find the tool that's right for you, but then we walk with you along the way. And you are not alone. You have a whole team of people. So when I see Bruce on here, I think, okay, yes, Tanya's Bruce's coach, but I feel like we all know Bruce, and we're all supporting Bruce, and we're just one big happy family. And that's what's really nice about our community. I say this all the time to the Rise Up Empire ladies, because I know a lot of coaches in this network, and we're really a special team. And it gives me the chills to think about the community that we have on here, and I hope you'll decide to be a part of it as well. But how do you earn income as a Beachbody coach? So there is a commission component to it. So you'll get 25% of all direct sales. So whether that is, a $9.99 shaker cup or a $300 challenge pack, you will earn 25% commission off that. We call it residual income, because if somebody purchased Shakeology, so a product that maybe is on Home Direct, like a Shakeology or a Performance Line or our amazing beach bars, if somebody purchases it month one, you'll get the commission that first month, but then you'll also get it each month following that as they continue on with that. You will get commission for our Beachbody On Demand online fitness programs. There are team bonuses. So as you continue to grow in your business and build teams, you will earn a direct, it's not necessarily a percentage, but you will start to earn for the volume of product that your team helps set people up with. And that can kind of confusing and wordy. And so you really can't see it until you're in it, but there is a reward for helping your team help people. And that reward is financial. There are also quarterly bonuses that you can qualify for as you move your business forward. And then there's free trips. And prizes each month. I know right now Tanya and I are both signed up for the Success Club trip next year, and more invites are coming out, but I forget where we're even going. Not Maya Riviera, Punta Cana at the Hard Rock. It's an all-exclusive vacation. And you guys, it's not hard to earn. Like, these ladies are going to get their invitation soon. Leah just started like 2 months ago, which is why it's still coming, but it's awesome. The company cares about you. I mean, they recognize you, and they want to help you feel special, because you should feel special because you're helping people every day. So it's really awesome. All right. So I am going to lead now into Lindsay, who's going to share her story.
Hey. Sorry, everyone can hear me, right? Okay, good. My name's Lindsay. I currently live in Jacksonville, Florida. Just moved here about almost a year ago. I'm from Northern Kentucky, and I moved to Buffalo for 5 years before I moved to Jacksonville. I have an almost 18-month-old daughter, Cecilia. And Krista's husband and my husband are best friends. They've known each other for, I don't know, probably since they've been 10 or something. And I've been friends with her for years and years and years. And she reached out to me, and it was right after I had Cece. So basically, it was a good time to reach out for, new mom. That's a perfect time to reach out to somebody. That's when Tanya started it as well. So, new mom, it's just basically your body is just you. I couldn't even look at my body. I gained so much weight, and when I was in high school, I was literally like a toothpick. And Melissa is on here. She went to high school with me. She knows, she cheered with me. I was literally a toothpick. So my whole life I was so thin, and then I have this baby and my body is just like, what the heck? Like, you ate every single French fry that came in contact with your face, and literally, like, I just didn't even know what to do. I was just so used to being thin my whole life. And then, like, it just went downhill from there. So I signed up because I was like, I've seen the results Krista has done. I've seen multiple results. Shauna's also on our team. Our husbands are friends with Shauna's husband as well. So I saw her results, and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to do it. So this was the beginning of the year, 2018, last year. And I didn't go all in. I signed up to be a coach, but I was a discount coach for a year, and I didn't work out. I literally just paid for it. I didn't get on Facebook because it just wasn't the time for me. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it just wasn't the time for me. My whole life was changing. I had a baby. She wasn't sleeping. She slept 2 hours. And then I woke up to breastfeed her. She slept for 2 hours and woke up to breastfeed her. It was just like a horrible cycle. So she didn't sleep for the first year of her life, basically. And then I moved from Buffalo all the way down to Florida, lived with my parents for 6 months, didn't have my own room. Like, my husband slept on the couch, and I slept with my 21-year-old sister and my daughter in my sister's room for 6 months. Like, it just was not the time for me. So finally, September, I get into, we moved to Jacksonville. We move into our own home, and I just, like, my daughter, we hired a sleep coach for my daughter, and she finally started sleeping. And finally I was just like, what other excuse do I have? Like, I have no other excuse. I could continue to make excuses, but truly I don't have any excuses. Like, I literally looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, I hate myself. Literally, I hate the way that I think. I hate the way that I look. I hate the way that I eat. And hate's a strong word. And when I started saying things like that out loud, and my husband was like, Cece's going to pick up on stuff if you say I'm fat, or if you say that you hate the way that you look, or that you're ugly. Your daughter's going to pick up on that stuff. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, you're right. And I would sit up at night, and I said, what is going to change? What do I have to do to change myself? And I reached out to Krista at the end of December, and I said, I'm all in. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I have to do. I will get up and get my workout done. I will eat healthy. I will show up on Facebook. I will do whatever it takes to do. And since January, I went in with Transform 20 minutes a day, 6 weeks. Literally changed my life. I mean, I bawled my eyes out when I was doing my last move of that 6-week program. I was literally just shedding tears, and I had no idea why. And then when I was done, I just fell to the ground because I was just so proud of myself. Like, I'm gonna cry now. And I was just so proud of myself, and I was just like, I want to make every single person feel the way that I'm feeling right this second. And I want to tell everybody about it. I don't care if I've met you one time, if I've never met you, if I like the way that your hair looks. Like, I don't care what it is. I want to tell you about what has changed my life, because I know it'll change your life. And that is why I love coaching. Like, I was like, I'm on my journey. Like, my hesitation really was, look at the way I look. Why would anybody even want to follow me? Like, why would anybody want to look at my body and be like, why would I want to look like her? But that's not what it's about. People don't follow you because they see your transformation picture at the end of a program. They follow you because they want to see your journey. They want to see your daily routine. They want to see how you have become so successful in your physical and mental transformation. And my mental transformation is all personal development. I mean, I cannot do this by myself. These ladies help me every single day. Obviously, my family, my friends, my husband, you know, everybody helps me. But personal development, I read, well, first, before I started reading, I watched Made for More on Amazon Prime. And I made like 3 pages of notes off of that because of how inspiring it was. It's Rachel Hollis doing a tour. She's you know, motivational speaker. So she was doing a tour. And one of the things was she like has an exercise on there, and she asked ladies, do you hate the way that you look? And every lady in the auditorium, and there was like thousands of people, stood up. How horrible is that? Like, hearing that, I'm like, I would have been one of those people before this. 100%. This is why I started it, because I did not like the way that I looked. But when I look in the mirror now, I don't see the stretch marks that I got from pregnancy. I don't see the, you know, the weight I need to lose. I see the muscles that I've never had before in my entire life. I see the smile that I've never had, you know, like it's not a fake smile. You can literally tell in my pictures. The smile tells everything. You can just tell, like, even when I look at pictures of people, I can tell, you know, a fake smile versus a real smile. And my smile is genuine no matter what. Every picture you see. And I like taking pictures now. That's crazy. And that's not just physical, that's mental. If I was still physically where I was, you know, at the beginning of the year, but I was mentally where I am now, I would still feel the exact same way, because it's not just about your physical transformation, people. It's mental. Like, it is it's all about the mental. So my objection was just, why would anybody even want to follow me? Because I haven't even started my journey. I'm literally at the beginning of my journey. So, that just like went out the window. Krista told me, I mean, everybody, all these team calls, they help so much. I love getting on team calls every week. Every Monday we have a team call, and we all like pour our hearts into stuff like that. And my Instagram stories, I pour my heart into that. And it's just, I love coaching. I've already helped multiple people, but I said at the beginning of this, if I could help one person, this is all worth it. Because if one person's life can get changed, I don't care about the money. The money's great, but I don't care about that. I'm not doing it for that. And a lot of people do it for the money. A lot of people do it so they can stay home, like Krista. She's doing it because she gets to take her babies to preschool. She gets to take her child to preschool. That's amazing. And that was her goal. And she reached that goal. And my goal is just to continue to pour my heart and my soul into everything that I do, and tell every person. Like I told Krista, we went on a trip like a couple weeks ago to Cleveland, and I told Krista, I said, listen, if I could stand on top of the roof and just scream, this is what I'm doing, and it will change your life, and people could like get in my head for an hour, then I mean, everyone's life would be changed. But you know, you can only do one person at a time, or a couple people at a time. So life is just, it works in mysterious ways. So you know, last year I signed up and it wasn't my time, and it just wasn't. Life got the best of me, and right now it's the second. Is it the 2nd of May? I don't know. I can't keep up with the dates, but and I've been in this since January 1st, and I'm never looking back. Like, I don't even know where I'll be in a year, but I know that my mind and my body will be right, and my personal relationships will be right. And that's from coaching. That's from helping people and helping myself. And I freaking love it. I love it. So that's all I got to say.
So good. I feel like I don't even have to like end it. Like it was just like, boom, there we go. But I do want to mention something quickly that she said, and she told you about how how I had reached out to her when Cece was just born, and she had signed up to be a coach, and she didn't actually like dive into really her own journey and the business opportunity fully for almost like a whole year later. And that's the beauty about coaching. We always say this: there's seasons. I have been coaching right off the bat for almost 4 years, like dive in. But after I had Emma, I stepped away for about six weeks as well. I mean, I was still active and trying to be as active as I could, but we don't have sales minimums. There's no requirements. You can pause, you can take a break, and then we're here for you with open arms when you're ready and when it's your time. So, I hope you're all inspired. This is an amazing group of people. And so now you're all ready to be Rise Up Empire coaches. So what do you do? There's a couple different ways to sign up. So your only investment as a coach is in yourself. So that is your challenge pack, and that's going to set you up for success. That's your Shakeology, which is your nutrition, which is so important, which is what most people go with. But there is the option of the performance line if you do have your nutrition covered. And the performance line is our amazing Go-Go Juice and our Muscle Recovery Magic Juice that we drink after our workouts, and our Beachbody on Demand, which is our online fitness library. And it is really important that you are on your journey. And so that is your only investment in coaching is you. If you already have purchased a challenge pack, there is a $40 enrollment fee. The challenge pack waives that enrollment fee, which is why I say that your only investment is you. It waives your startup fee. If you've already purchased a challenge pack, you will when you sign up to be a coach, you will pay $40, but it will be waived for you. You'll be reimbursed. Not waived. So you'll be reimbursed within 2 to 3 business days. So either way, that sign up fee is gone. If you are military, or a military spouse, your business fee is also waived for you. And so it's very simple to do this. And like I said, there's no inventory and no requirements, just really that you work on yourself and you dive in with us, and we'll help you right along the way. But I do want to announce that the awesome ladies on this call, myself, we will be running a May new coach mentorship. So now is the time to really jump in with us, where we've got some exciting opportunities coming up to help a lot of women. We're simplifying, fitness and nutrition. We're really taking it back to the basics, which is a great time to get involved. And I have these 2, Rise Up Empire sweaty bands right here for the next 2 people who decide to join us, because you guys, this is such a life-changing community. And I think you've heard that from every single person you've heard today. And I really hope that I'm welcoming you over to our team page soon. Any questions, do not hesitate to ask. We're an open book. And so we're going to end tonight's call just like we do any other call. And we're going to do, for those of you who have your camera on, and if you don't, you're welcome to turn it on. We're going to do a nice little boomerang. So let's end this party right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, thank you, Lindsay, for doing a little dance there. All right, wait, one more time, because I shouldn't have moved the camera and my hand, so you all get a redo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Thanks, crew. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, guys. Megan, I hope your daughter's EEG goes well in the morning. See ya.